Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Washington Wizards basketball stream. Good evening, good night, good morning, however the time period is for you. What's going on, Kevin? Welcome all. Um, so we got some Wizards stuff to talk about. Of course, we got some updates. We got some games played by Porzingis and Denny. We got a Wizards report, another Donovan Mitchell Wizards report today that dropped. Also, is there anything else? Am I missing something else? I feel like I may be missing something else. I think as far as Wizards news, that's it. But we're going to talk about it all today. What's going on? Kevin said, looks like Tommy's being aggressive for a spider. Yes. And since we're talking about it right now, let's make that the first topic today. So, I'll go over it again as other people and more people come in here. But, so we got a report from Quentin Mayo from his Substack. And he said that the Wizards believe that they're firmly in the hunt for Donovan Mitchell. He said there's a package out there that they have given Danny Ainge that has them feeling like they're still in the race and not far behind New York. Don't know what to make of that. We can all, I guess, speculate. What's going on, Zen? I look at it like, the main thing is the Wizards have to get rid of the protections on that first round draft pick if they want to do anything and have any kind of flexibility with moving future first round picks and whatnot. They have to get rid of those protections on their first round draft pick that I believe is currently with the Knicks. So that's the first hurdle in the Donovan Mitchell trade is removing the protections on the first round pick so they can have flexibility as far as moving future first round picks. But I don't know if the Knicks would agree to that. I don't know if the Wizards. I don't know. Roadrunner, what's going on with you, bro? I really hope we can get him. I think the package probably was in the realm of like Denny and/or Rui. I don't know if they got both or if they put both in there. I feel like the Wizards would try to keep at least one of them. I think they would try their hardest to try to keep at least Denny and/or Rui. I wouldn't be surprised though if a guy like Kispert was in there or Kuzma, who's on an expiring, any kind of that figuration. But I think they would try to keep Denny or Rui, like at least one. I don't think they would want to give up both of them. And then whatever number of first round picks. So I don't know what the trade package would look like. I don't know. The Wizards over here trying to gas it up. I don't know. I don't know if their package is going to be better than... I don't know if that package is going to be better than what the Knicks eventually come up with, even though they just signed RJ Barrett back. And, I've seen contradictory reports today on the Donovan Mitchell thing, because I also saw this today from Roj when he was talking on Get Up, and how he said that RJ Barrett was indeed the centerpiece of the trade discussions between Jazz and Knicks. He said the Jazz covet unprotected draft picks from New York. Says Utah has no traction with other teams, and then Jazz still value Barrett after extension. So, obviously, the big note there from what Woj says was the Utah has no traction with other teams. But from what the report we saw today about the Wizards was, hey, the Wizards feel like they're still in a hunt. So, I don't know what's what. Like I said, I don't really know nothing until stuff really is imminent or is right about to happen. Because this from Roj, he's saying they have no traction with other teams. But the report we got today is saying the Wizards feel like they're still in a hunt. Maybe it's just the Wizards being delusional. I have no clue. That's why I say I don't be knowing what's going on because I be seeing different things. I be seeing different things, so I really never really know. Um, OBJ was going on. He said Wiz fans are still telling me a 25 points per game score doesn't fit. And man, they're worried about the defense. They worried about neither of them are point guards. So they don't want to give up a lot for Donovan. They rather just roll with the squad they got now. I mean, hey, OBJ is. I mean, it's as simple as that. That's how they feeling with it. Diddy put some work this summer. Yeah, we're gonna get to Denny and we're gonna get to KP next after we finish talking about this Donovan Mitchell stuff. I wanted to lead off with that obviously because that's the big news. The like Wizards relevant, very relevant news. So, wanted to lead off with the D Mitch talk. O'Mary said, "What's going on with you, bro?" You said Kuzma has to be in there too. In there, no. Yeah, I think Kuzma probably will be in there. I mean, he's an expiring, a guy who could help Utah. I don't know if they will look to re-sign him, but he will be off the books after the season's over. So that's probably attractive. Zen, you said after seeing the interview John just recently had about opening up about his thoughts on suicide after his mom/grandma passing and his injuries, I really hope the best for him this upcoming season. Yeah, I wanted to talk about John Wall and his comments as well. He opened up in an interview, and it was, it was very eye opening. And I'm wishing the best for John. Before I get to that, let me see what you guys are saying. Mental, what's going on with you, bro? You said thought the Jazz already closed the door on the trade talks. I don't know. And I assume the door is never closed. I mean, Donovan took the Jazz out of his bio and all that, whatever that means. I don't know if that means anything, but who knows? I don't think the door is ever really closed. I just don't know how open it is in regards to the Wizards. I don't know how open that door is for them. Jermaine, what's going on? You said the Wizards are trying to build something, but you'd be so quick to criticize the team. At least they're trying to get better. Sometimes you have to be patient. What the? When did I criticize the team? What? When did I criticize the team? I said the Wizards were going to win 40 plus games this season. In my predictions. What? Are you talking about me or are you talking about other people? Or somebody in the chat? What do you... I don't remember the last time I criticized the team. I haven't legitimately criticized the team in a while. What? That was kind of crazy, Jermaine. I don't know. Maybe you missed the last couple streams. I've been pretty positive about the team lately in the last couple streams. Kevin said, "Screw that. It's time when It's time to win. When Bill signed that dotted line, the clock started ticking." I mean, I completely agree with you. I mean, it is the time to win. I don't have an issue with the Wizards trying to get a guy like Spider. I mean, I understand people's issues with it, but I mean, hey, I just don't see them having enough to actually get him. But I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I personally wouldn't mind it. Me personally. But I just don't see it happening. You said if we get Spider, we win in the East. Don't know about that. But it will be fun. I think it would definitely be fun. Win in the East, though, I still think that would be kind of crazy. Mo said stop the cat boy. LBJ said if we get Spider, we win a chip in 3 years. A lot's got to happen in those 3 years, man. It don't stop cause Spider here. You lost some depth if you get Spider. You lost some draft picks. You probably lost one of the young guys or etc. So it's a lot more to be done after getting Mitchell. And I mean, people's worries are legitimate as far as defensively, that backcourt defensively, the fit, all those things are true. those are legitimate worries. But I mean, you just hope that they will figure it out. Baltimore, you said positive. Kevin, you said that maybe we could trade Barton for Isaac from Orlando, who can help us for defense. I keep forgetting about Jonathan Isaac, bro. I haven't seen him play since I think the bubble. I feel like it's been so long since he stepped on the court. Baltimore, you said what's in the East besides Milwaukee, Chicago, and Boston? We could take the East with Spider. Um, I mean, as long as KD and Kyrie is in Brooklyn, I mean, along with Ben Simmons, that'll help. The Nets are still a factor. Um, Let me see here. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, you have Miami. I mean, the team that won the East last year, they're not going anywhere. Um, they have a strong team, top to bottom. They have a really good, strong team. Obviously, you said the Celtics, you said the Bucks. The 76ers, who the Wizards continuously struggle with. There's a lot of teams. There's a lot of teams. There's still a lot of teams. OBJ said we could lose all the young guys and I will sleep like a baby. There's going to be some people upset. I mean, like I said, I'm all for it. If the Wizards want to get a star to compliment Brad, I'm all for it. I have no issues. Like I said before in the past, I'm not going to be the Wizards fan that complains about the team all the time and say that they're not trying to do nothing or that they're boring and blah, blah, blah. But then when they try to throw their name in the hat for one of these, notable star players, I'm not going to then backtrack and say, oh, I don't want them because they're going to give up this much, or oh, I don't want them because of the fit, or oh, I don't want them. It's like, how can I complain about the team sucking and not doing nothing, and then when they try to do something, complain about that and be like, no, I don't want them to do that because it's not to my liking. I can't do it. So I have to respect the fact that they're trying. Even though it may not happen, I do appreciate the fact that they're trying. So that's how I feel about it. I have no issue with them if they make the move. I have no issue with it. If you want to take a risk after signing Brad to a max, go ahead and take a risk. If you feel like that puts you closer to contention, go ahead and do it. I'm all for it. Kevin said Barton in a second for Isaac. And I don't know. I think the Wizards like Barton. I think they want to. I don't know if West want to lose any of his Denver guys. You said, and I already got my Bulls and Clippers tickets yesterday. Tickets are on sale? I didn't even know that they were on sale already. He said, sitting at 100 level D when you coming through, bro. I'm definitely going to pull up to a couple of the games for sure this season. Definitely going to pull up to a couple of the games. Especially try to catch that John Wall game when he comes back. Baltimore, I just feel like feel like Brooklyn, no matter how much they play well, they will implode. And I feel like we matched up well versus Philly with lesser talent. I mean, Philly has consistently been an issue, I feel like, for the Wizards because simply Joel. I mean, he's just a problem. And if James Harden returns to form, then, I mean, that's another added issue. Like, the James Harden that they had, I mean, he kind of looked a little washed. But if he can return to form, then that's another big added boost to Philly. But, I mean, you never know. It's all about if they can get the Donovan Mitchell trade done, which I don't know if they can. I'd be surprised. If I had to rank it 1 to 10, what's my number on how realistic I feel like it is of a chance that the Wizards get Mitchell, I'd probably put it at like a 2. 2 out of 10. I think there's a 2 out of 10 chance that the Wizards actually get Donovan Mitchell, no matter how interested they are. If I'm wrong and they get him, I'll be very happy. I'll be I know it'll be maybe a mixed reaction. I'll see how the fan base is kind of looking. But, I mean, I'll be on the positive side. I'll be on the happy side. I like Donovan Mitchell. Kevin, you said I would if we get Ben Simmons, he'd be a good fit next to Brad and KP, and we could use his defensive versatility and put him as a PG. Yeah, I just don't. Well, one, I don't know how. I don't know what his contract looks like, so I don't know how that money works with the Wizards. And two, I also don't know if the Wizards feel like dealing with him. Baltimore said I agree on Miami too. I forgot to mention them. Kevin said it's a pre-sale right now. I have the code if you want it. Oh, a pre-sale. Oh, that's lit. Kevin, do you got a Twitter? If you have a Twitter, and I don't follow you already, let me know what your ad is. If you do have a Twitter or Instagram, let me know what your Instagram is. I'll follow you on Instagram too. Mo, you said everyone trying, but Shep, I feel like I already follow you on Twitter though. I know I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh, you have Instagram? Yeah, what's your Instagram? I'll follow you on Instagram. Um, Mo, you said you could DM me the code if you want on Instagram. I'll check it out. See what everything looking like. Mo, you said everyone trying, but Shep thinks he can get an all-star for a bag of chips. How many rumors was around the Wizards? Nothing happened. LMAO. The Wizards did have a lot of rumors this season. They had Jaden Ivey. They had Kevin Durant. They had Donovan Mitchell. They had John Collins. Is there any other Wizards rumors? Oh, Colin Sexton was a rumor. The Wizards have been rumored to be interested in a couple different guys. All right, I'm about to follow you now, Kevin. The Wizards have been interested in a couple guys this season. A couple of guys. So, I mean, that's true too, Mo. I mean, they're throwing their name in there. I don't know how. I don't know how, like, you know, realistic it is, but of them getting anybody. But I mean, at least they're throwing their names in there. Kevin said, you say about 30 to 40% chance of getting Spider. 30 to 40%. If I had to put it in a percentage, I'd say there's like a 5% chance. I just do not see the Wizards having enough to get Donovan Mitchell, man. I give it a 5% chance, if that. I mean, I always love to be pleasantly surprised, so I'm telling you. I mean, I really wouldn't be. I would love to be pleasantly surprised. I wouldn't hate it. If they can get it done, man, if they can convince Danny Ainge over there, then go for it. Then go for it. But honestly, I give it a 5% or less chance that happens. A 5% or less. I just don't see that happening. You know, I just don't see it happening. No matter what the reports say or anything, I just would be surprised. I really would be surprised to see that trade happen. I really would. What's going on, champ? OJ said, bro, said if we get Ben Simmons, Lord have mercy, I'd murk myself. Chevy said we're not trading for Ben Simmons or Spider. What up, DM Wizards? Fam. Or Wizards Clan. Yeah, I don't see that. I just don't see it happening. Players plus 6 first round picks. And the Wizards, like I said, the Wizards will have to lift their protections on their first round picks that's with the Knicks right now anyway, which the Knicks would have to agree to, as the Knicks are still interested in Mitchell. So I don't know why the Knicks would help the Wizards out by letting the Wizards get rid of those protections on that first round pick to give them flexibility to move future first round picks. So, I mean, the Wizards have to get past that hurdle of, in order to have the flexibility to move future first rounders, they have to lift the first rounder on their 2023 first round pick that the Knicks currently have, who is the biggest competition for the guy that they want to get. So, I mean, I just, it's tough. I mean, unless they find a way to not have to lift protections and still get the trade done. I mean, if they can do that, then sweet. But I don't know how. I don't know how. But I mean, if there's a will, there's a way. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit the like button for your boy. Helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithms and whatnot. My boy Kevin in here. If you want to join the Wiz family, you can click the link that I have in the pin chat box. The pin message that I have in the chat box. That's pinned. If you want to join the Wiz family, click on that link and you can do that. Or if you want to send in a super chat, I don't know what that word is. Super chat and donate. You can support in that way if you would like. But Kevin said, meant to tell you that the pre-sale ends today at midnight. Yikes. Like I said, I'll see what I can find. Chubby said, Danny Ainge just capped on the trade, just seeing what's available. OBJ said, all I can stand on is that even our late year picks are more valuable than most others with the Wizards. It's very true. It's very true. Just a quick note on John Wall. Before we get to Denny and Porzingis' games against Sweden and Great Britain. John Wall had an interview, and just to read the quote, because this is the main thing, that came out of that. John spoke on how, he said he thought about committing suicide, with everything that he went through, tearing his Achilles, his mom passing away, his grandmother dying a year later, and then everything with COVID as well. Just basically expressing how he, went through a lot. So, I mean, shout out to John. Obviously I have a plethora of John Wall jerseys in my closet. I'm a big John Wall guy. It's my favorite player. And I mean, I hope he wins it all, man, with the Clippers. I'm happy he's on a contending team. I wish nothing but the best for John, man. I hope he goes out there and they can win it all. Shout out to John. I'm glad, he was able to fight through that. And same with everybody else, too. Everybody goes through tough times in life. Happens to the best of us. Kevin said, damn, man, that's tough to go through. Yeah, facts. Then you said, nothing but love for John forever, man. Hope he gets a chip with LA. I know what's going on. He said, man, I feel bad for him. Yeah, I hope John, man. I hope he can get it done in LA. I really do. John will always have my support. That's facts. Kevin said, speaking of LA, how is Pat Bev and Russ going to get along? They hate each other. I don't know. And then Darvin Ham was talking about them playing together, and I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I still think they're looking for ways to get rid of Russ. If they have to play him, they'll do it. But it's tough, man. Because Russ, let's say Russ goes to another contending team. Russ isn't going to want to come off the bench. And if you're a losing team, why would you want Russell on your team that's rebuilding? It's tough. I think it's a tough spot for him too. It's not a lot of teams that I feel like are knocking down doors to go get Russ right now. Kenny said, just joined. Did you talk about the Knicks trade package that the Jazz turned down? I didn't see what that package was. But I did speak on basically the Wizards report about them still being in the hunt, whatever that may mean. Like I said, I'll go back to it. Words like that, like being in the hunt, etc. I mean, they don't really mean anything. I mean, I'm like I've said before. I believe I'm firmly in the hunt for Zendaya. I still got that DM. I still have the DM to Zendaya that has still gone unanswered. But so I really don't think that means anything. I don't think that we'll see with that. Kevin said might as well buy him out. OBJ said, yeah, as long as Kawhi and PG stay healthy, I got Clippers winning it all. Kevin said that package sucked. It was like 4 Aaron Grounds with 3 to 4 first. Kenny, you said it was RJ and 2 first. RJ and two. I feel like they would want someone. I feel like they would want like maybe Obi two or maybe Grimes. Something more. Something more. But I mean, obviously, I get why the Knicks are giving up RJ. That's their like number one guy at the moment. Um, F. Julius Randle. RJ, I would say, is the number one guy. So we're already giving you him. Nice young guy that you can build around. So just two firsts. Then I'll also see why the Jazz, after looking around, seeing what DeJounte got, seeing what Rudy Gobert got, I can see why they would decline that and ask for a little bit more. Maybe another young player or a couple more first. I know he said Russ can be on the come up. He needs to put in the work physically and especially mentally. I know he said she ghosts you. Zendaya did ghost me. She never responded to my DM. How do I feel about that? I'm very hurt. I don't understand what I did wrong. I just asked the woman, "Are you a Washington Wizards fan?" She did not respond. I would assume that means no. Tough. Chippy said that's not going to work. Beverly dissed him in public, and Russ is a touching personality. It's 100% personal. Yeah, I guess. I mean, like I said, maybe as long as it's like as long as we're winning type of thing, and a winning heals all wounds kind of thing. But if they get on a losing streak, or if they start losing and things, I can see some, stories coming out. I can see a couple of things happening. I really could. I can see that situation getting ugly, but I don't know. I still think Russ could possibly be on the move before the season starts. There's a lot of time before the season starts in the NBA. There's a lot of time left. LBJ said, I heard the hang up is Grimes, which is laughable to me. Chippy said, yeah, they wanted Grimes. Nick said, no. Champ Utah, they after 6 first. Kevin said, Rui, Diddy, Kispert, Kuzma, 25th first, 27th first, and 29th first. That's probably the best we could do with Kispert as a sweetener. Why do I have to look in so much to see that? But, I mean, even, and this is why I say, in order for the Wizards to move picks like 25, 27, 29, they got to lift the protections on the 23, because if they don't lift the protections, and let's say the Wizards are a lottery team, that means that first round pick gets pushed back to 2024, and they can get pushed back to 2025. I mean, it's just the flexibility of moving those first round picks without lifting that protection is tough. In order to move 25, 27 first, 29 first, they got to get rid of those. They have to lift that protection. But once again, the New York Knicks, their biggest competition, it seems, has that pick. So they would have to agree to lifting that protection. And it seems like the Knicks are still interested in getting Donovan, even though they re-signed RJ. So it's going to be tough. I feel like the Wizards are fighting an uphill battle with and thanks for the code, Kevin, too. I feel like the Wizards are fighting an uphill battle, man, to get Donovan. Kevin said it follows the step-in rule according to the trade website. I have no idea what the step-in rule is, so I'm going to look that up. Oh, Steffian. Which prohibits teams from being without future first-round picks in back-to-back years. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the main reason, yeah. Team can be without a future first-round pick in back-to-back years. Chevy said Russ is a buyout or he plays. Yeah, I'd be surprised if somebody trades for him. I think we're looking at a buyout here. I mean, not a buyout. I think he just plays. I would be surprised if the Lakers ended up buying him out. I think they'll rather just try to play him and make it work. Mental, you said Russ had it good in DC. He had his triple doubles in his game, was not heavily scrutinized as it is with a larger market teams like in LA, Boston, or New York City, and he has to play with LeBron, SMH. I mean, he wanted to go home, man. He wanted to play for the hometown team. A lot of guys want to go home and play for the hometown team at least once, unless your name's Kevin Durant. But I mean, who knew it was going to turn out this bad? But I mean, it could all change this season. It could all change, man. But guys, we have to get into Denny Avdia and most importantly Kristaps Porzingis' performances in the FIBA qualifiers, or the World Cup. I always get confused with the qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers. Um, Kevin, you said I really want a big three here in DC. We deserve it for all the pain and misery we have suffered. I mean, hey, John tried to get Paul George back in the day to pair him up with Bradley Beal. We could have. We could have possibly had a big three, Kevin, a while ago when John was trying to get Paul George. But Ted wanted Otto Porter. And everybody looked at John like he was a bad teammate for saying he wanted Paul. Brandon, what's going on with you, bro? Glad you can make it, my guy. Chimp, you said he will end up sitting out this season. LeBron don't want him. LeBron was doing all that faking on Twitter too, telling me some watch. He gonna turn up this season, blah blah blah. Okay. Kevin, you said KP needs to keep the beard. It seems to work. Hey, the beard can give you powers. But Kristaps Porzingis, to start off with him, Latvia defeated Great Britain 87-80 in the second round of Group, I don't know if that's an I or L. I think that's an I. Yeah, in Group I on Sunday, they defeated Great Britain. Kristaps Porzingis led all scorers on Latvia with 29 points. He shot 75% from the field, going 9 for 12. He shot 1 for 3 from the three-point line, 33%. And he shot 83% from the free throw line, 10 for 12. Had 14 rebounds to go along with those 29 points. He had no blocks this game after 6 blocks in the last game. No blocks in this game. But he had a 35 efficiency and a +5 in the plus-minus net rating in 29 minutes of play. So, I mean, Kristaps, we seen the clip, the putback dunk. I mean, he's out there making plays, man. If we can get that Kristaps Porzingis, if we can get World Cup qualifiers, if we can get FIBA KP on the Wizards for 70 games, at least 70 games, give me 70. I mean, hey, the Wizards could be looking in a pretty decent spot. They may be in a pretty decent spot. So keep that up, KP. Stay healthy. Keep hooping, man. Keep doing your thing. I mean, hey, I like it. To go to Denny's game. I said Disney. Denny Avdia's game. On Sunday, they played the second round Group J against Sweden. They lost 83-95. Denny Avdia had 13 points in 25 minutes. He finished shooting 36% from the field, 4 for 11. Improved 3-point shooting wise. He shot 50% from the field. He was chucking up them threes. He was 4 for 8 from the 3-point line. Shot 50% from the free throw line. He was 1 for 2. He had 5 rebounds to go along with those 13 points. He had 1 assist and 1 block. He had 5 turnovers and 4 fouls. So I think better. I would say better game than he had in his last game. I forgot who they played in the last game. For some reason, I keep forgetting. But I don't know who Israel will play next. If there's a next game, I'm not sure who they will play. I mean, you guys always tell me or I find out. But, so not the best game from Denny, not the worst game, but obviously not like a breakout performance from him. But KP has continuously been dominant for Latvia, carrying the team, being the main guy on that squad, looking like a man amongst boys out there in FIBA overseas. So you can hope for that to continue. And just hope that everybody stays healthy, man. It can come back to DC, when it's time and do their thing, man. And do their thing here for the squad. Chimmy said, Porzingis is balling like a drug dealer, hunting his stolen kilos. Martin, you said love from Israel. Shout out to my Israel people, man. Love to Israel. Kevin, you said, did you see Jokic versus Giannis? I seen some clips from it. I see some highlights from the game. I did see some highlights from it. Chippy said, Great Britain, we a B team. Brandy, you said, is it me or does Porzingis look like a youthful New York Knicks Porzingis? Hey, I hope so. Chris firmly in the hunt. Hey, Chris, I already said, man. Firmly in the hunt can mean a lot of things. Just because you firmly in the hunt for something does not mean anything. It truly, truly does not mean anything. Right? I mean, like I told the people, I DM'd Zendaya. I did it on stream. July 18th. We know how long ago that was. I DM'd Zendaya because I was trying to prove a point about, being in on KD or in the hunt for KD. And now we talking about firmly in the hunt. And I still feel like I'm firmly in the hunt for Zendaya, even though I ain't gonna respond to my DM. I still feel like I'm firmly in the hunt. Chip, you said best players don't play. They give up after school in Great Britain. Only kids with parents support play. Well, yeah. How big of a sport is basketball in Britain? How big of a sport would you say it is? Basketball over there with you guys, Chip. Martin, you said, I don't know if you watched the games. The Israeli coach is using him worse than Scott Brooks. I've heard that from you guys. Like in regards to the last game when he sat Denny down, and a lot of my Denny guys in here was saying that the coach hate Denny. The coach isn't using him correctly. So you aren't the first person to say that the coach isn't using him well over there. So I mean, I don't know. I haven't been able to see any of the games. I haven't been able to watch any of the games. I've only been able to watch the highlights. But you're not the first person to tell me that the coach isn't using him well over there. Ido, you said, hey man, 13 points. At least he's shooting. He look a little better. Yeah, I like the fact that he was shooting threes and he shot 50% from three on 8 3 attempts. Kevin said, this is good for Denny because if he's not traded, I expect him to become a two-way player. Same with Rui because there's a clip of Rui hooping and he looks really good. Chris said maybe Denny's just no good. Kevin, you said Scott Brooks is buns fresh out the oven just like Jalen Hurts. Kevin, you keep talking about Hurts, man. I'll tell you something. When the season ends, right? Me gonna be here on stream. I'm gonna be telling you where you went wrong with your Commanders. I'm gonna tell you where you went wrong. Matter of fact, let me tell you right now where you're going wrong with your Commanders. Shout out Brian Robertson too. Tragic what happened to him, but I'm glad he's okay. But let me tell you where you went wrong with your Commanders. You went wrong when you got your hopes up. Like every other Commanders fan. You get your hopes up. You guys get your hopes up. You feel like you maybe can do something this season. You be a little optimistic. And the Commanders may start off there. I mean, who y'all got week 1? The Jaguars? Y'all be a little hype. They may win a couple games. Y'all gonna be like, oh yeah, we coming. Soon as the season goes on, man, y'all expectations is gonna get lower and lower and lower until bam. Y'all looking at who y'all gonna draft in the first round. Happens every time. Good luck. Philly, we win in the division. And I'm not saying that as a fan. Kevin, you said what you mean? We got the second best QB in the division. We got the best roster. Let me tell you something, brother. I've been through Carson Wentz. I have the jersey. You need me to whip out the Carson Wentz jersey? I have the Carson Wentz jersey right here. I've been through Wentz. All right. So, hey, all I'm going to say is, man, Wentz couldn't get it done against the team that had the number 1 pick in the draft. And Carson Wentz got Jonathan Taylor on his team, the best running back in the league at the time because Henry got hurt. And he couldn't get it done against the Jaguars. And he couldn't get it done the week before that. I forgot who they played. Maybe the Titans. And the playoffs was on the line, man. And I still like Wentz. But, hey, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Sorry though. We'll have this conversation later, though, Kevin. We'll have this conversation later. We'll talk after week 1 as well. Um, Chris, I heard your player got shot. Yeah, that was definitely tragic. That was definitely tragic. I know you said what happened to him. He was coming out of a store and two guys tried to rob him, and then I know they said he wrestled the gun away from one guy. They say he got shot in the glute and then he got shot in the knee or something, but the bullet missed any important like arteries and bone and everything in the knee. So, I mean, thankfully, nothing bad. Like obviously that's bad, but like nothing fatal, nothing career altering. It seems so. Very lucky, man. Sucky situation. Just glad he's alright. I know he got released from the hospital and he was back at the commander's facility, so I was glad to hear that for him. Chemby said it used to be big during the Jordan years, but today not enough real athletes play. Football, soccer rules, the rooster, no money in the UK in basketball. Yeah. I know y'all go crazy for that soccer, man. Y'all go crazy. Kevin said, what do you mean we got the, I just read that foolishness. Teaser Reed said, what's good, D? Have you seen Quentin Jackson and Rico Hines open run? He's been balling. It was shown praise by Lou Will and Rico. Yeah, I did. I seen the clip, too, that, Quentin posted it on Twitter. I seen that clip of Lou Will shouting him out and, Rico Hines as well. So, and he's a guy during the summer league that I said, I thought played well. I thought he played well during the summer league. His time at summer league, he's shown some things. So, I mean, I believe, doesn't he have like an exhibit something contract? So, he has the opportunity to maybe get one of those 2 ways. Maybe, right? I may be wrong on that. Chris said you sound like a Wizards fan talking about the Commanders. Lord. Kevin said Jalen Hurts is worse than Daniel Jones. That's cat, and you know it. So y'all only have Rieger and Quez Watkins for him to throw to. I will say this, Kevin, and I've made this point multiple times. Jalen Hurts, the weapons Jalen Hurts has offensively, Carson Wentz has never had these kind of weapons on offense. Never. This current Philadelphia Eagles roster is better talent-wise on paper than the 2017 Super Bowl Eagles roster. Not to say this Eagles team is going to the Super Bowl or going to win the Super Bowl. Not saying that. But on paper, this current Philadelphia Eagles roster is more talented than the 2017 Super Bowl Eagles roster. Once again, not saying this team is going to the Super Bowl or that the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. Not saying that. Carson Wentz's best receiver was Alshon Jeffrey. He had Alshon Jeffrey. He had Torrey Smith. He had Mike Wallace for like a small little period in time. He had Nelson Aguilar. Obviously, his favorite receiver at the time was Zach Ertz. And he had a rookie Dallas Goedert and whatnot. Jalen Hurts has A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders, even though he's iffy at the moment. But he just has so many weapons out there right now. So I will say Jalen Hurts 100% has had better weapons, has been given better weapons and a better offense than Carson Wentz has. I will say that. I've made that point consistently. So I'll give you that. Joseph, you said I just jumped in your live. Who says we are close to getting Mitchell? Well, no one says they're close, but Quint Mayo did in his Substack. He dropped a report saying the Wizards felt like they were still firmly in the hunt. Whatever that term means. Could be a lot of nothing. But they feel like they're firmly in the hunt for Donovan Mitchell. He said there's a package out there that they have given Danny Ainge that has them feeling like they're still in the race and not far behind New York. Like I said, firmly in the hunt, making a push for all these buzzwords, they don't really mean anything. I've made the example multiple times. I can make a push for Rihanna. I can be firmly in the hunt for Megan Thee Stallion. This does not mean that I'm going to get any of these people. It doesn't mean anything unless it actually happens. So who knows? It's still it's still up in the air. I still think it's a 5% or less chance that the Wizards get Donovan Mitchell. But that's what the report was today. That's what the report was today. Biggie, what's going on? What you said, D? What I missed just getting off work? I was just talking about the Wizards Donovan Mitchell report, and then I was talking about Porzingis' game against Great Britain, Chimps guys over there, and Denny's performance against Sweden, both on Sunday. Just chatting about that, and then some Jalen Hurts, Commanders trash talk with Kevin. Brandon, you said, do you think Bradley Beal will be ready by the time season starts? What's the update on his wrist? I'm not hearing too much updates. I think he's fine. I haven't heard anything about him missing any time. I think he's all right. I think. I would assume he's going to be ready. I could be wrong, but you're right. I mean, I haven't heard any updates really about the wrist either. Your guess is as good as mine, Brandon. I would assume he's all right, though. He may be ready. I mean, he should be ready. I don't know. Could be wrong. I know he said, man, I don't even want to know what could happen if it was Chet Holmgren. Kevin said Jalen Hurts is going to have 3 interceptions with 20 passing yards and 20% completion rate. Good Lord. Roadrunner, you said it's crazy because I'm a diehard Eagles fan too. Roadrunners, because you're a man of culture, you're a man of self-respect, and you're a smart man. Roadrunner, that's why. That's why. Champy said Porzingis got that look in his eye. He wants to play. He got to show the world the real Porzingis. Yeah. I agree. Kevin said, Roadrunner moved to Philly, bro. You two do this. Commanders, they should be not in Philadelphia. Debatable. I know you said, man, focus on you, not on Megan Juicy. Kevin said, only thing good in Philly is cheesesteaks and hoagies, and that's it, Joe. And Joel Embiid. Grant, you said, controversial question. Is KP the best player on the Wizards? I think Kristaps Porzingis has the potential to be the best player on the Wizards. I don't think he is the best player on the Wizards. I personally think Kristaps Porzingis is more talented than Bradley Beal. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I think Kristaps Porzingis is more talented than Bradley Beal. I feel like he has the potential to be the best player on the court. I mean, look at what the dude can do offensively. The dude's like 7 foot something with handles and athleticism. The dude's a freak. But the thing that has always killed KP has been his health. I think KP is more talented than Brad. I think KP could be the best player on the Wizards. He just has to stay healthy. I think that's the thing. I won't say he is right now because it won't matter if KP only plays 45 games. That won't matter. He won't be the best player on the Wizards if he's only playing 40-some games. So, putting in that health aspect, I'll say no. But I 100% think that KP is the most talented Wizard on the roster. I think he's the most talented Wizard on the roster, and I think he can be the best player on the roster. It all depends on how healthy he stays. And that's been the question with Porzingis for like the last 5 seasons. Can he stay healthy? That's been the thing with him for like the last 5 seasons. But great question, Grant. I like that. That was a good question. Great question. Chimp, you said, yeah, right. Danny Ainge with the Popeyes with their offering got 2 pieces of chicken and a Coke, but he wanted the chicken burgers. Y'all remember when people was going crazy over them Popeyes chicken sandwiches, man? And them dresses, I'm sorry, they don't hit like that. People was going crazy over them Popeyes chicken sandwiches, bro. What a time. Biggie said, KP is hooping. I'm telling you, if he is healthy all season, I'm thinking 50 games now. T3 said, do you want to get Mitchell if it means giving up Rui, Denny, and Corey? I don't think the Wizards would have to give up all 3 of them. I would hope the Wizards could keep either Rui and or Denny. Corey may have to go. But I would hate to give up all 3. I really would. But I would get it if the Wizards did do it. But I would hate to have to give up all three of them. I would hope to keep at least one. Chris said KP definitely the best player on the Wizards. Almighty God, he said we have Bill, so we need Mitchell. And that's the thing. A lot of people, once again, that's the thing. A lot of people feel like that Bradley Bill, Donovan Mitchell matchup, that fit just ain't there. You got two players, same position, same play style. How does that work? Two guys who shoot the ball a lot, two guys who aren't the best defenders. So I get it. Like I said, even if the Wizards were to make that trade, there's still a lot of work to be done. You know, the worries that people have are valid and legitimate issues and worries with that tandem. They're legitimate. You know, no matter how talented Donovan Mitchell is and how talented that backcourt would be, the worries are still legitimate. And the Wizards will have to make sure that fit works and that they will get it right. Grace, I agree 100%. Mental, you said KP can lead a team to a win with minimal points opposed to Brad scoring 50. Chris, you said when you have these type of debates, wouldn't health be assumed? I mean, sure. I still say my point still stands, Chris. Chip, you said, I think Porzingis thinks he's the best player on the Wizards, and so he has to perform and prove it. Yeah, I think if KP's on the court consistently, like let's say, like I said, if KP gives us 70 games, that's amazing. The last time Kristaps Porzingis has played 70 games of basketball, was his rookie year. He played 72 games. That was the last time he played 70 games of basketball. It was when he was 20 years old. So that would be amazing if he could touch 70. I think that puts the Wizards in a really good spot. But I'm just trying to get at least 65 plus out of him. Give me 65. Biggie, you said if KP balls out this year, does he get that bag in DC, especially if he plays over 60 games? I think if he balls out, I think DC may give him that bag. I think they will be willing to give him the bag. I really do. Kevin, you said we're going to have do they want young players to start a rebuild with Kuz? I would love Bill at the 1. I think Bill will play the 1. I think Bill will go to the 1. He played some of that 1 last season anyway, but I think he will be at the 1, and Donovan will be at the 2. Chevy said, we don't have Popeyes in England, never tried one. They alright, Chimp. You probably would think they alright. I know you say we need a playmaker for sure. I know we can say Brad can playmaker, but stop the BS. We need a true playmaker. You don't think it's Monte Morris? I know. Wes Unseld Jr. may feel like it's Monte Morris. Grant, you said, I'm high on Kispert. I don't think you trade him. He wins you 5 or 6 games a year alone on shooting. Hey, I'm big on Corey Kispert. I like Corey Kispert coming out of the draft. My people in that draft, you can go back to my videos back then. I said Chris Duarte, who was gone. I said Trey Murphy. And I said Corey Kispert. Corey Kispert was, I felt like, a low ceiling, high floor kind of guy. You know what his game was. He can come in and contribute automatically. He knew his role. He's a guy who can shoot, important skill set, sneaky athleticism, good IQ. And he proved that last season in his rookie year. Corey Kispert I thought was a cool pick at 15 because, even though he didn't have a high ceiling, he had a high floor. I know he said we need Kyle Lowry. Doubt he would ever want to play in Washington at this point in his career. Teaser, you say, who you taking right now at this moment? Quentin Jackson or Johnny Davis? From what I see, man, give me Quentin Jackson right now. Give me Quentin Jackson. Chrissy said, with Bradley Bill's performance last year, we are saying KP is not better. If we're okay, All right, for you, Chris. If we're taking health out, if health does not matter, if health does not matter, is Bradley Beal? I mean, is Kristaps Porzingis the best player on the Washington Wizards? If health does not matter, yes, I think Kristaps Porzingis is the best player on the Washington Wizards. If health does not matter, I mean, I think Kristaps Porzingis is more talented than Bradley Beal, and that's not a shot at Brad because KP is immensely talented. So that is not a shot at Brad. I mean, like I said, the guy's 6 foot something, athletic, can dribble. I mean, it is a deterrent in the paint. I mean, he's a freak. He's a mismatch. It's hard for me to say Bradley Beal taking health away is better than Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, I would say KP is better. Chris, you said definitely not running Brad at the 1 over Donovan. Biggie said Sonic Suck has some in Baltimore. The large fries are small and they were cold. I've never had Sonic in my life. I've never had Sonic. Never been there. I see it in Waldorf all the time. I just don't go. I just drive past it. Waldorf or Brandywine? I think it's Brandywine. Chimpy said, I'm looking forward to the start of the season. Seems players are working out hard to get better. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. You know, I just want to see small improvement. I know they aren't a championship contending team. I know they may not be a second round team, but I want to see them get in the playoffs, man. I want to see them win 40 plus games this season. Baby steps. I want to see small improvements. You know, that's what I want to see if they keep this squad the same. I already said why not Cal. 1, I don't think he wants to play here. 2, health. We talk about health. He gets banged up. Oh no. I mean, I would mainly say the health. He just can't. I mean, he's in and out of the Heat lineup a lot because he's banged up. But it doesn't really matter as much because the Heat are a really well-built team and have a deep roster. It would hurt the Wizards more with Kyle Lowry being out than it hurts the Heat with Kyle Lowry being out. Because the Heat have a better total roster than the Wizards. Grant, you said Kispert is going to shoot 40% on catch and shoot attempts this year. Bucket. Would love that. Chippy said Gonzaga boys can all play. I agree with that. I love Gonzaga boys. I'm not... that sounded crazy. I love Gonzaga basketball players. Biggie said Kyle Lowry sucks as I can see he can't stay healthy. Great, you said yes. I know you say he likes 6'1", 240. Kevin, you said KP is the second best center of the East under Joel. And yes, I have him over Bam. Chris, you said if you think you're getting another 30-point average season out of Brad, you're nuts. I don't think you are either. Like, I don't think the Wizards should be expecting 30 plus points out of Brad. 1, the rosters that Bradley Beal had around him when he was averaging 30 points per game, he needed to average 30 points per game. Bradley Beal was playing with Isaiah Thomas, Jerome Robinson, Mo Wagner, Isak Bonga. Like, these are the guys that he was playing with back then. Like, he needed to average 30 points per game for those teams to be competitive. Now, with a better team, he has Porzingis. He has Kuzma. He has more guys that he can rely on. He doesn't even need to score 30 points per game. So, I don't expect him to score 30 anymore. Chemmy said we can afford any big names without losing some of the core. Kevin, you said can't wait to go to that Philly game to see Joel get shut down by KP. Biggie said KP is better than Brad because KP is consistent. Yeah, I said if we taking injuries out, I think KP is 100% the best Wizard. I think he's more talented than Brad. Like I said, it's not a shot at Brad because KP is extremely talented. If we remove the health factor, I'm going KP all day. I mean, he's just a mismatch every time against a lot of different matchups at the 4. TZ Reed said, you know if there's any footage from the Wizards player ran minicamp in LA. I haven't seen any online from any of the Wizards news people, media people. I haven't seen any of no clips. Maybe you guys have, but I haven't. Cole, what's going on? He said, what's up, Chad? Don't forget to like the stream. Facts. I appreciate the 22 likes, guys. If you haven't already, please make sure you like the stream for your boy. Helps with the YouTube algorithms. Get the video seen. If you want to join the Wizards family, like my boy Biggie, like my boy Kevin, like my boy Jay who's in here, what's going on? Like my boy Chris as well, hit the link that I have in the pinned chat to join the Wiz family. Or if you want to donate and send a super chat, you can support in that way if you would like. Chimp, you said I feel good about our team this year. I know Jay does too, man. I think the team is cool. Like I said, I see 40 plus wins in our future this season. I think we can hit 40 plus wins, man. Get to the playoffs, see what happens then. Not saying we get into no second round or anything like that. Baby steps. But I think we got a decent team too. I'd be disappointed if they were trash, and it wasn't because of like injuries. If it was just because they just really were bad, I'd be upset. I know he said, man, I know he's like 6'1", 240. He built like a Fall Guys character. But we love a Fall Guys character. It's crazy. Chippy said, Calvin calls too much. Ron, he said, if we make a trade with the Jazz for Mitchell, the Lakers will definitely be involved. Yeah, I think it will have to be a couple different teams involved as well if the Wizards were to get Mitchell. Jay, you said, bro, KP is the number 1. Brad needs to shine, being the true number 2 he is. Best yet, Rui is shaping up to be a 3. We'll see. Grant said he's not going to average 30, not enough shots. Barton's going to take a ton of shots. Yeah, I hope not. I hope you don't come in jacking. I know Barton's like a microwave kind of guy. Kevin said maybe the Lakers can trade their first round pick plus R3 with Russ and R3 players while the Lakers get Conley and Clarkson and we get Spider. Everyone wins. Hey, make a call, Kevin. Get in their ear a little bit. Send a message out on Insta. Get in their ear a little bit, man. Cole, you said, I can't believe I watched those Wiz seasons, but Brad putting up 30 plus, thinking we could actually win something. Man, them games was like 150 to 145 in 4 quarters of basketball. The Wizards had 2 overtime, 2 OT scores in 4 quarters. Their games would be like 148 to 143 in 4 quarters of play. No overtime. Those games were insane. I'm telling you they were. Biggie said, I want Brad to give me 25 points, 4 rebounds a game. I'd be cool with 25. Brad averaging 25, I'm cool with, for sure. Ronnie said, wouldn't be surprised if we're trash. Hey, you never know, man. That's always a possibility with the Wizards. Man. I'm telling you. Biggie, my man, thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate you, bro. Always in here with the support. OG in the chat. I'm cutting Denny some slack because of the COVID. Yeah, COVID, like I said, it's tough to come back from. So, I'm letting Denny use this as his time to kind of get back in the shape of things and everything, get his wits back about him, after going through the COVID. But appreciate the $1.99, Biggie. Appreciate you, bro, as usual. Kevin said it makes sense for the Jazz. Because they can buy out Russ while the Lakers get Clarkson and Conley with Pat Bev, and we get a big 3 in the East. So Rui can't even guard a light pole, fellas. Can't just become a 2-way player overnight. That's facts right there. That's facts, Kevin. Can't become a 2-way player overnight. I know he said, man, I went on my league a few months ago. I traded Brad for Poole and Green, and I traded for Hero, and we won that chip first season. That's what I'm talking about, Ido. That's what I'm talking about. Get in that front office, man. We need you. Chippy says, Spider or Bill, don't think they could both play together, only one ball. Like I said, I think that's a legitimate criticism of the tandem. I think that's a legitimate criticism and worry. I do. But, guys, I'm probably going to end it here. Been on for about an hour and a couple minutes. Kevin said D for GM of the Wizards. No, not me. I can't do it under Ted. Ted would drive me crazy. Ted will drive me insane. I can't do it. Not at all. Ted will drive me insane. I'm telling you. Couldn't be the GM. Couldn't be me. Gotta be somebody else. Because I'm going to lose my mind. But, yeah, guys. I'm going to probably end it off here, man. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys being in here with me today. Chatting some whiz. Chatting some football. I appreciate all the consistent support, guys, from all of you guys. Whether it's just liking the video. Biggie said, why don't you do Sunday NFL chats? I may come on here. NFL Sunday. I may come on here like, Biggie, what you thinking, man? Like, because I do want to watch the games and sit and watch the game. So I may get on like before the game starts. So sometime before 1 o'clock, obviously. Maybe get on here around 11 o'clock in the morning. Have a little Sunday football chat for the people who care about football. Come in here like 11 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. Chat up about the matchups this week. You guys can talk about your Commanders, Kevin. LOL. Cowboys, whoever. Saints, Falcons, whoever you guys like. Giants. I may do that. I may do that football Sunday. No, that's coming up real soon. Not this Sunday, sadly, but next Sunday. But yeah, I think I may get with that. Stevie said, let's talk about the NFC East after the games if it's not too late. Chris said, join the fantasy league. Somebody should have sent it to you. I got no invite to that. And I only do one. I do one league. Only do one league. Only do one. Oh, I do one league, but I do have a team. Let me show you guys my team. Only do one fantasy league because I don't know how people be doing like 3 all kinds of. I don't know how people do it. I really don't. I do not know how people do a bunch of fantasy leagues. I can't do it. Like, I enjoy doing one and just leaving it like that. Because what if I have... I don't know. It's just I feel like it's a lot. But let me show you guys my fantasy team before I leave. And let me let me know what you guys think. Let me put my password in. Because I think I got an alright squad. I think I got an okay squad this season. Let me see. Okay. Alright. Say, where's my team? Alright, here we go. Alright, this is the squad. I got. Let me minimize myself. I got Tua. These are my QBs. Tua and Jared Goff. Those are both 2 guys who, aren't elite, but they got a lot of talent. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Gesicki, blah, blah, blah. Jared Goff, DJ, I keep burping because of the soda. DJ Chark, Swift, Amon St. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, good lord. TJ Hawkinson, they got talent. My running backs, Christian McCaffrey, Ramondre Stevenson, Rashad White, Javonte Williams, and Josh Jacobs. My wide receivers, Cooper Kupp, Juju, who I think is going to bounce back hard, who I think is going to bounce back heavy this season. Gabriel Davis, Robert Woods, my tight ends, Logan Thompson. Kevin, that's for you. I got Logan Thomas, and Irv Smith. And then my defense is Chiefs and Browns. Kickers, who cares about kickers? I think I got a little decent fantasy squad, man. Kevin said Eagles are trash, but y'all going to be worse than the Giants and the Bears. Hell, even the Lions are going... even the Lions are going to be better than y'all. Oh, Lord. Kevin be talking crazy on here. Crazy. Kevin said best tight end in the NFC East. You better. Yeah, I got him for you, man. I got him for you. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Always be on the lookout for the community post tab. I'll always post on there the day I'm going to go live because I never know at the moment since it's the off season when I'm going live. But I post it when I'm going there live on the community post. So be on the lookout for that. Biggie said I'm not an Eagles fan, but they okay. They definitely alright. They alright, man. But thanks for the support. Love you guys. Have a good night, day, rest of the day, rest of the night, wherever you guys are. And have a good one, man. Peace, guys.